Moscow. And Moscow way there, and the monks all had to give up and go back to the seminary. This left us there by ourselves. Well, we had to get out of. Meantime, we'd talk to people when we left Czechoslovakia, had people driving our car back to Berlin that we had rented, that Volvo, you know. And so we didn't know how to get out of Russia. We had tickets, you know, but tickets were all on Western airplanes. Well, yeah, we're honoring Eastern stuff. They didn't go to, they went to East Berlin, you know, that kind of thing. Well, we kept being turned down one after another. And they turned us down because they were filling it up with people on the, official people that needed to get on, so they'd bump us before we ever get on. Well, finally, Joe and Joey got away, got on there by themselves.
So you just stayed in Russia the rest of your life? How did you get out?
We were there by ourselves. So we waited, they flew to East Berlin. And then the way they were going to be there, and then work their way across to West Berlin to get into a hotel that way. Supposedly we would get the car, and they knew we were there. And we tried to call them, nobody there. And they said they tried to call us, and they had no record of us in the hotel, which we called. They said. So we were there by ourselves and everything else. And finally, we got a flight out on the Dutch airline, and went to the eastern place. So we went to East Berlin, got out, and had to get from East Berlin to West Berlin and so forth. But it was really something, and West Berlin, you know, was really happening at that time because the pressure was coming, and that time Khrushchev was beating on the wall with his foot on the table, and his shoe on the table and so forth. And they were threatening to build a wall and things like that, and people were escaping from East Berlin to West Berlin, view of the tubes and other things, as well as other kind. So we tried to go to East Berlin, and we'd get back into East Berlin. Well, that's a completely different story. But anyway, we went to other kind of things. But we went to places like that, you know, and had wonderful meetings for them like that.